Ever wonder how Dmitry Bivol generates so much explosive punching power without looking like he's forcing every shot? In this video, we're breaking down 4 exercises from his training that combine high tension, isometrics, rotational resistance, and explosive medicine ball work. The goal is to teach your body to produce force, transfer it through the kinetic chain, then express that force at high speed. Exercise 1, isometric wall punch. The first exercise is the isometric wall punch. Watch Bivol's position here in his fighting stance and with his rear foot rotated, his hip engaged, and his punching hand driving directly into the wall. The wall isn't supposed to move. Instead, it is trying to produce maximum force against it. Drive through the floor, rotate the rear foot, engage the hip, brace the core, and push through the fist. Hold this position for around 5 to 10 seconds, using as much intent as possible without losing your position. This isn't an endurance hold. You're trying to create a high level of tension for a short period of time. That's important because punching power isn't just about having strong muscles. It's about how quickly your nervous system can recruit those muscles and coordinate them to produce force. Exercise number 2, lateral medicine ball throw. Immediately after the isometric wall punch, Bivol moves into an explosive lateral medicine ball throw. Get into your athletic or fighting stance, load the hips, drive against the floor, and rotate aggressively through the hips, the torso before launching the ball. Perform 5 explosive throws, focusing on max speed and power rather than fatigue. This is where the high tension exercise transitions into high velocity movement. You're going from maximum force into maximum speed, and that's where the concept of post-activation potentiation or PAPE becomes relevant. The high intensity contraction can influence your ability to produce force during the explosive movement that follows. Modern sports science often refers to these acute performance effects more broadly as post-activation performance enhancement, or PAPE. The important principle is simple: tension first, explosion second. This is particularly relevant to punching because your punch doesn't start in your arm. Force starts from the ground, travels through the feet and legs, moves into the hips, transfers through the torso, and finally reaches the fist. If some part of that kinetic chain isn't working effectively, you can lose force along the way. That's why Bivol rotational medicine ball work is useful to study. He's not just training his arms, he throws harder. He's training the entire body to coordinate rotation and force production. Now we move into the third exercise. Bivol gets into an athletic position next to a solid pole or beam, places both hands together against it with his arms extended, and presses into the pole while trying to rotate his body. The pole doesn't move, so his body has to create the rotational force without actually producing movement. Keep your feet connected to the floor, maintain your athletic stance, and try to rotate through the hips and torso while your hands continue pressing into the pole, holding for around 5 to 10 seconds with high intent. Think about trying to twist the pole away from you while keeping your upper body and lower body connected. This is another way of training the ability to create enormous tension through the ground, hips, and trunk without allowing that force to leak through unnecessary movement. For a fighter, that ability to brace and transfer force is extremely important because the body has to be stable enough to transmit the force generated by the lower body into the upper body. Exercise number 4, resistance band rotations. After creating that high level of isometric tension, Bivol moves into rotational resistance band work. Attach the band securely to a pole or fixed anchor and stand in an athletic stance and hold the band with both hands. From There, rotate against the resistance, driving the movement from the hips and torso while keeping control of the band. Perform around 5 to 8 explosive rotations per side. Unlike the isometric exercise, you're now actually moving against resistance, so you're teaching your body to create and control rotational force dynamically. The band is consistently trying to pull you back toward the anchor, meaning your core and hips have to work together to maintain your position while you produce rotation. This is another important part of the kinetic chain because boxing requires you to produce rotation while staying balanced and ready to move. And this is what makes Dmitry Bivol so interesting to study. His punching power doesn't come from simply swinging his arms harder. His style is built around balance, timing, positioning, and efficient movement. His feet connect him to the floor. His hips and torso create rotation, and his upper body transfers the force into the punch. These exercises are training those same fundamental qualities: force production, rotational strength, stability, and explosive force transfer. This doesn't mean these 4 exercises are some magical secret responsible for all of Bivol's punching power. His technique, skill, conditioning, strength, and years of boxing training all play a role, but the underlying training principle is extremely valuable. Develop force, then learn how to express it quickly and efficiently. So if you want to train explosive punching power, remember the sequence: high tension isometrics, explosive medicine ball work, rotational isometrics, and resistance band rotations. You're training the body to go from tension to movement, strength to speed, and the ground to the fist. That's the real lesson behind this Soviet-inspired approach to explosive athletic training. Don't just get stronger, learn to express your strength explosively. If you want more boxing training, Soviet sports science, and explosive power exercises, subscribe for the next breakdown. Chakra X out.